Hello, Good Life Travelers. Welcome to Travel Talk Wednesday. Not Tuesday, because Chrissy was training yesterday, and so we had to reschedule today, and it actually worked out because this is Romance Week, and it's Valentine's Day, so like the stars aligned.
It was okay.
And so it's a special Travel Talk Wednesday all about romance travel. Happy Valentine's Day.
Happy Valentine's Day to you.
I put a little card. You know, we made little shoebox Valentine's mailboxes on our desk in the office. And I put a little card in yours.
I just got here and I didn't see any.
Well, you must have missed it. It's a Power Rangers one.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Did your kids do those?
Yes.
So you had to make the box in school, like out of a shoebox, and make it unique or creative. The slit in it.
Yeah.
And then you would go to the store and overpay. I remember being like a rectangular box, and it was either like boy ones or girl ones, and then like did you attach the candy to it?
Kid, well, they had to write out 20 or sign their name on 20 of them. It was like, oh my gosh! And then it was, well, I want so and so to get this one. Well, I want so and so to get that one.
There was ones you liked better that you wanted certain people to get.
Yes, your closer friends.
Yeah, and then I feel like, did you put candy with them too?
I think some of them did, like had a sucker through them or something.
Oh,
yeah. Then you knew you were really special.
Then you had the party at school, and you put those in everyone's little mailboxes, and it's one of those, we've talked about.
Nostalgic.
Yeah, we've talked about other countries have weird traditions. I kind of think this is a weird tradition if you're a foreigner, that you think these Americans take a shoebox, cut a slit in it, and put a little piece of paper in it, and
decorate it. Yeah,
that's how you show your love.
That's nice. Yep.
Hallmark probably is the one that sponsors it, so that you get used to giving cards at a young age.
Right. No, we say American Greetings around this place.
Oh, I'm sorry. American Greetings is our official provider of all stationery cards.
Buy American Greetings. That's where my son works. That's right.
Baby Hayden.
Baby Hayden works there.
So Valentine's Day, is Brett going to surprise you with like a trip or something?
No, probably not. But we were just chatting about getting back to Vegas. But I don't know. Probably not a trip. But, you know, and I always say no flowers because I don't know. It's been what, 30? I've been with him 31 Valentine's Days now. It's kind of like run its course.
Don't say it's run its course, Chrissy.
I'm just kidding.
It's Valentine's Day.
I know. No, we'll probably what did he say yesterday? Every day is Valentine's Day.
That's a little cheesy.
Well, he's cheese. No, we'll probably do dinner or make dinner, do something, but yeah.
Okay. Now, do you think most people are going to go out tonight on Valentine's Day proper, or are they going to shift it to the weekend?
You know, I don't know. I bet you it's busier on the weekend.
Okay.
Yeah. But.
Well, we certainly want to wish everyone a happy Valentine's Day. And as we mentioned, the calendar worked out perfectly that we had Romance Week on the week of Valentine's Day.
That's right.
So we've been talking all about romance.
Love is in the air.
She's been singing love songs all week in the office. Roy's been howling, and
Roy boy,
it's been quite an experience in the office. If you're wondering, our third partner in crime, Tamra,
still on the safari.
She's on her safari.
Some amazing photos today. I think I saw. Oh my goodness.
Now she went on a safari a couple years ago.
Yeah.
But I don't think the pictures were anything like this one. It's a different company.
And maybe it was the time of year too, because this is the Great Migration, I guess she said. But my goodness, there are some amazing pictures of animals up close. But you know what I don't like is all the little flies on the cats, on the lion.
That's nature, Chrissy.
I know, but that has to be bothersome.
But that's what happens in reality. This is not staged. I mean, this is really.
I don't like seeing all the bugs on them.
What about the flies? Don't fly lives matter?
No.
Okay. Well, I think some of the pictures, they almost seem fake because they're so like cool looking. Like the hot air balloon one, I know that we received. Did she post that one yet?
I don't know.
There's a video because they got to do a hot air balloon ride, and at first I said, "Well, this looks fake," but it is like our drone footage or something. It is amazing. Yeah. So, if you get a chance, go to the Traveling with Tamra page and see these pictures.
Yeah, they're beautiful.
I do want to interrupt because it is Valentine's Day. Your better half, Brett Snow, has now joined the show.
Happy Valentine's Day!
Brett, we were just talking about what kind of trip that you're going to give her for Valentine's Day. So if you'd like to comment or save that for later on.
He just joined the show. That's hilarious.
Maybe he'll at least make you lunch.
Maybe.
You know? Oh, he wrote, haha. She does want a trip for Valentine's Day. No flowers and chocolate, Brett, so no cheaping out this year.
And I packed my lunch.
Oh, okay.
Or actually, he made my lunch.
Oh, I already did. That's good. That's not a great husband that he made your lunch this morning. So So back to refocusing.
Refocus.
Traveling with Tamara. Check out the page because the pictures are cool. Whether you're an animal lover or not, they're still pretty cool to see.
Yeah.
Okay. So our episode today all about love and travel, romance travel. I put love is in the air as kind of our theme today. So the challenge was for each of us to come up with a couple trips that we thought would be really romance focused. And I know you were racking your brain all week so far because you've got a lot of romance focused travel. But you have a trip or two for us?
I actually have 3.
I was going to do 3, but you always do the minimum, so I thought.
I know. I could just do 2 of them.
No, you can overshine. This is good.
All right. So my first suggestion for romantic travel would be, of course, sandals. We love sandals. Sandals is for lovers. That's what used to be their tagline. Sandals is for lovers.
I didn't even know that.
Yeah. So sandals. I have a beautiful, and what everybody wants, an over-the-water bungalow with your own infinity pool.
Private? Your own private infinity pool?
Oh. Yes. So this is in Jamaica. So it's Sandals Royal Caribbean, and it is situated in Montego Bay. And you also have exchange privileges with Sandals Montego Bay right next door. So that just gives you some more restaurants, a different vibe. Montego Bay is more party, where Royal Caribbean is more kind of relaxed and smaller.
See, I like that because then you can have the best of both worlds. You can chill if you're chill, or if you want to go party, you can right next door.
Yeah, so and you have a increased number of restaurants and bars and all that good stuff. Okay, so these breathtaking over-the-water villas are located right off of Royal Caribbean's private island. So they have floating water hammocks.
Royal Caribbean's private island? That sounds like the cruise line.
Oh, but it's Sandals Royal Caribbean.
I just thought everything turned to cruising because it's supposed to be a travel.
No. So anyways, there's floating water hammocks with private glass floors in your bungalow. And it delivers an immersive journey of the Caribbean's finest turquoise waters and marine life. You can admire majestic beauty of the ocean from your private infinity pool, and it has an outdoor shower, private outdoor shower.
Brett, I hope you're taking notes. Oh, Brett left already.
He's gone. And you don't even need to step outside to appreciate the water because you have the see-through glass floor and you get to see the ocean from your luxurious suite. And they light the water dimly at night so you can see it at night too.
Is there a way to cover it though so the light doesn't come in? I like a dark room. I think
it's very muted.
Okay.
You could probably lay a blanket over it or something. But at any rate, it also includes the indulgence of a round-trip BMW private luxury airport transfer.
See, Brett would like that. He loves his BMW.
Yeah. So I think that's a very romantic option. I think also, and we know that they tend to be expensive, the over-the-water bungalows. But here's an idea. If you're going to go for 5, 6, 7 days, do a split stay. Start out or end your stay for a few nights in the private bungalow and then stay maybe in a little less expensive room.
So which would you rather do? Have the bungalow at the front end or the back end? If you're watching, comment. But which would you rather, if you're doing a split stay and you're going to do half hotel, half overwater bungalow?
Oh, I'd have to have it at the end.
Me too. I don't think I could go.
I can't start like that and then go.
It would be horrible, that move.
Yeah. I'd be like, oh, how about if we just stay and then we waste all that money? So, yeah. So anyways, and there are some options. I was at a Caribbean Roadshow yesterday. That's where I was at. We had a presentation on Antigua and Barbuda, which is a very interesting island. They're 25 miles apart, I think, where Antigua is more commercialized and lots of people, and Barbuda is more remote.
I've never heard of Barbuda. I've heard of Barbados, but not Barbuda.
Pink sand. So on their beach, and I'm wondering if it's from coral or something. But I guess it's just beautiful. And they have underwater bungalows there too as well.
Sandals does.
No, just Sandals, but other resorts within there too. I'm just talking more about the underwater bungalows because over the water bungalows, not underwater. I'm sorry.
It might not be good if you're underwater.
No, you don't want an underwater bungalow. And there is a place in Mexico called Palafitos, I think is how you pronounce it. And they have some over the water bungalows that, you can kind of get that same vibe and that same experience for a little bit less money than you would see a Sandals.
Well, I'm impressed. That sounds good. Jamaica. Okay. Mm-hmm. What's a ballpark price on something like that?
Oh, it's a lot.
It's a lot. And are they hard to find?
And they're booked way far in advance. So
this is a splurge, a true splurge.
A splurge. So if you, let's say in a couple of years, you have a big anniversary, maybe book it now. And as we've said with sandals, it has to be paid in full 60 days before departure. So just, it makes it a little more affordable if you have a couple years or a year or so to pay on it.
Or, you can think of it as 2 tax returns by then.
2 tax returns, if you get money back.
Yeah.
You
I'm poor, so I do. Okay, that's a good one.
I think that's a great romantic option.
All right, good job. Okay.
Thank you.
Now, do you want to go back and forth?
Yeah, why don't you go since I have 3, and then I'll just end.
Okay, overachiever. So, I started with luxury too. Is that your top one, you think?
Probably.
Okay.
The Overwater Bungalow, yeah.
So I started with luxury too, okay? And when you first hear the price, you're going to get sticker shock. So I think I'm going to present it this way, okay?
See, I kept prices off.
Well, there's a reason why I do have the price in this, okay? Because, well, first off, it's Regent 7 Seas. This is a luxury cruise line company. I'm going on it next month, so I've been doing a lot of research, a lot of training, so it's fresh in my head. And I think there's some real value here. Okay, so this is the trip. It's the Mediterranean, September 2024, so that's this year. You're going to be on the 7 Seas Navigator, beautiful ship, okay? You start in Barcelona, which is Tamara's one of her favorite places. You hit Valencia, Spain. I'm going to butcher this one. Alicante, Spain. Ibiza, Spain, which you would love Ibiza, Spain, because that's the party place. Palma de Mallorca, which is like a luxurious, that's a big hot spot for all the movie stars now. You're going to stop in Provence, specifically Marseille, which I love that port, that area, wonderful. You might have heard of this. This is a big kind of an exotic little place in France, the Saint Tropez Island.
St. Tropez.
Yeah, I mean it's really like it's like a who's who of islands. You know what I'm saying? And then have you heard of the Cannes music or Cannes Movie Fest?
Movies.
They're gonna stop in Cannes, France, which is supposed to be.
Isn't it Cannes or is it Cannes? Cannes.
I thought it was Cannes, but we don't have Tamara here, so
I know, and you know how good I am at pronunciation.
You say tomato, I say tomato. Okay, so
I say Mallorca.
So you're gonna stop there. You're gonna stop in Portofino, Italy, Tuscany, Italy, Livorno, and then end in Rome. So a lot of romantic places like Provence, Tuscany, these islands. There's no at sea days. So you are really being immersed in these amazing places, staying in a gorgeous ship, dining on phenomenal food. Okay, and literally everything's included. Wow. So we're talking the air to get there. We're talking, and I think it's first class air, believe it or not. Transfers, we're talking food, normal. Entertainment, normal. Taxes, fees, normal. Wi-Fi, gratuities, like the ultimate drink package. So like anything, And then where a big value too is the excursions. Wow. So this specific one had over 100 excursions that are included in it that you can choose from.
Oh, that you can choose from.
Yeah.
Wow.
So here's where you're gonna get a little sticker shock.
But
so it's you can go anywhere from 10 to 13,000 per person. Okay, but listen, I know that's a lot. But if you do a premium cruise, you're gonna be looking at around 5,000 a person. Okay. Before all the other expenses. So if you're talking about $5,500 for the cruise for premium Mediterranean cruise. This is 12 nights long, okay? Wow. You're going to be a little bit smaller room, not that big of a difference. Round trip business air would be $5,800. Oh my! Okay. And that's included, okay? Yeah. The transfers would be this says $200. I think it'd be more like $300. That's included. Shore excursions, you'd be spending about $1,800 a person in shore excursions on that long of a trip, that many ports. Because you're figuring it's at least $100 an excursion, sometimes more. That's included. Wi-Fi, that's going to be included in premium too. The bar, drinks, and wine with gratuities, that's going to be included on both, okay? Regular gratuities now, premium line. This sheet says $93. You're going to actually spend more on most premium lines than that, okay? But that's included. Alternative dining, if you don't want to just have the main dining room. On this one, it's all included. This says $90 a person. I think you'd spend a little bit more. That's probably for two, and then all the taxes. So, if you do all the math, you're going to be looking at the premium cruise line would be $13,515 per person, which I think is actually lower. And I think it's gonna be actually higher. And then the Regent would be $13,499.
Wow. Okay.
So if you think about the air, the transfers, really those excursions, that's where you're paying all that up front with the Regent for this luxury, 12 days versus the premium. So if you had the money, you want the value, you want the experience, we could sit down and do the math with you. But in a lot of cases, just like I would argue, premium tend to be cheaper than the resort style ones because the drinks are included and the Wi-Fi is included and everything.
Once you break it all down.
Yeah, so if you're gonna
spend that money,
if you're gonna do the upgraded air, it just makes a lot of sense. Okay,
yes, I agree.
So so I think I'm ready to go.
Yeah, that sounds wonderful.
Very romantic, some great places to go to.
That is because you're the king of romance. You don't know that. Okay.
There's no romance here.
Okay, no. So my next resort is Secrets Cap Cana.
Oh, that's a hot one.
Which is a hot one. I've had honeymooners, anniversary couples. They love it. It is in Punta Cana, in Cap Cana. So you find a Punta Cana, and it's a short drive to Cap Cana.
Now, Cap Cana is supposed to be a really nice, kind of fancy part of Puerto Rico, Dominican Republic, right?
Beach, yes. So I had honeymooners stay in a preferred club, which is your club level, which gets you elevated amenities, such as a butler and a pillow menu, and they can handle dinner reservations and that for you. A bungalow swim out suite oceanfront. So these rooms are like little buildings, little bungalows with they look like they have a thatched roof, and then it's a swim out, and then the beach and the ocean are right there. They're
pretty
so
private
romantic.
Sounds.
Yeah.
Except the ocean part.
Except the ocean. And then the beds have these beautiful poster beds with the
mosquito net
fabric draped over it. Yeah. So this is a super romantic and much more affordable than the Overwater bungalow, but still I think a great vibe with your own pool overlooking the ocean in this little bungalow that's over on the beach instead of over the water.
Now, I don't want to get you in trouble with sandals, but this sounds just as nice as the sandals one, just a different island. I mean, what's the difference besides, you said price?
Well, this, I'm going to read what I have here. It's perfectly situated in an exclusive gated community, as you mentioned, of Cap Cana. Crystal blue waters, magnificent sugar sand. It's said to be one of the most beautiful beaches in Dominican Republic. This getaway, it offers mesmerizing ocean views, gourmet room service, and walks on the beach at sunset. Also experience some time alone together, being enveloped in luxury, your concierge services, which is your butler, and your just wonderful indulgences.
Say that 5 times fast.
Yeah, no. So it also comes with a private preferred club. So only people who are in preferred clubs will be at the pool and the beach area with bar service on the beach. I think it's a much more affordable but equally as romantic option.
Yeah, it's just not going to be
a direct flight.
Yeah,
to Punta Cana.
I mean, I'll equate it to a cruise line. So that sounds like the premium level resort, whereas the sandals would be the luxury.
Yes.
Right. Okay.
But
great experiences in both.
Great experiences.
Those rooms sound phenomenal.
Oh my gosh, they're so beautiful. So so you're still getting that romantic environment. You're going to spend a little less money, but a lot of options. It's great reviews on the food. And like I said, there's even direct flights to Punta Cana. So
very good.
Yeah.
I love Punta Cana. I think that sounds like a good trip.
I think so too.
I love those all-inclusive resorts. They're a good time.
Yeah.
So for my second one, now I don't want you to think I called this in because I'm going to go in greater depth, okay? I talk about our group trip to Hawaii, okay? And right now it's all couples going and they all have a big anniversary.
Aww.
So how much more romantic can you get? Like I think my parents, this was a mistake. I asked my dad which anniversary they went to Hawaii and I mean, he said, 20. And I'm like, no, I think it was the 40th anniversary you went there. Like, at your 20th anniversary, you can't afford Hawaii.
No, you still got young kids. Probably.
So, but I think like a lot of these couples, I was just with 2 or 3 couples the other day that are going on this trip. And I want to say they're all celebrating their 40th wedding anniversary. So,
sounds wonderful.
I think 25th on, 30th, 35th, 40th, 45th. I mean, this would make a good trip.
Yes.
Some people initially think December is turn off because you're preparing for the holidays. Here's what I say. You get all that crap done with so that when it comes time for December to hit, you're done with Christmas. So you've got all the decorations, all the stuff's wrapped, and you're good to go. So then you come
Yeah.
on this trip, have fun with us. You get back, and you got, a week and a half before Christmas, and you just actually enjoy it because everything's done.
Right.
And so the people that are going have all kind of agreed with that you do all the hard work, then you go catch your breath on vacation, then you actually enjoy Christmas this year, the holiday, because you've done all that, you're rested and relaxed.
Refreshed.
And you've had fun with some fun people. So,
yeah, that sounds great.
I'm going to go into greater detail. So, it's December 2024. Here's the actual itinerary. You start in Honolulu. I'd recommend you go 1, 2, or 3 days earlier. Most are going 2 or 3 days earlier because one day literally is what it takes for your body to adjust because you're talking about a long haul to get there. You're talking about time changes, multiple. So you really need to reset. Honolulu, you're bored. You go to Maui for an overnight. So, I mean, how much more romantic you get up and you walk on the beach to see the sunrise, or you climb a volcano to see the sunrise, right?
Wow.
I know. Everyone's asking if I'm going. I really want to go on this trip. My group, they need a chaperone, so I would love to go. You're gonna go to Hilo for a day. You're gonna go to Kona. You've heard of Kona Ice, right? Kona.
Coffee, right?
Yeah, they do all that. A lot of food, interesting food at all these places. That a reason why I really like to go too, because like that pokey and that.
Yeah.
I'd really like to try that. Then there is there's a Kauai, which is an overnight, and then you end back in Honolulu. Okay.
Wow.
So 2 overnights, which I think it's perfect to do in Hawaii because you can really, if you want to eat on the ship and then go out, or you can just stay out and eat local, whatever you want to do. So our package has the drinks package. It has a specialty dining package, which gives you 2 onboard specialty dining meals. Okay. It gives you a Wi-Fi package. It's not a huge one, but you're in U.S., so your cell phones, hopefully, check with your cell phone provider, of course. It gives you a $50 shore excursion credit for each excursion for guest 1. So that could add up if you do one each day. You're talking $250 right there. Right. We built in the tips. So all your tips for the drinks and dining is covered with this, and then all your regular onboard gratuities are included. Nice. Okay, so it's a pretty good inclusive rate. The prices are very good. So balcony for 2 people is going to be about $5,800. So under $6,000. It's an $800 savings, our price, versus if you were to call in and book that same cruise outside of our group. Wow. So you save $800 for your cabin. So $5,800, what does that make? $2,900 a person.
And how many nights is it again?
It's a week-long cruise, and then again, we recommend at least a day or 2 before.
Yeah.
If you want to do ocean view, it is an obstructed ocean view. You're going to see some lifeboats. It's $4,600 a cabin, and that's a $600 savings than a regular price. Okay. So I like to show that because our group rates are always going to beat the current ones. And on my Cruising with Michael page, I put some of our group rates out there so you can see the savings. So
nice.
So I think lovely. Hawaii, I would really like to go. I think our group should go.
Yeah. That's
like you and Brett, you guys would love that.
I know.
Brett, you're not watching, but maybe we'll call you and say you need to do Hawaii.
Back
to work, making his own lunch. Okay. All right, Chrissy, you're going to wrap us up with the third one.
Okay, I have one last one. Ooh. Now, this is in my favorite island of Aruba, who I got to meet the business development manager that works with Aruba yesterday at my little show I was at, and she was lovely.
For a specific place or like all of Aruba?
All of Aruba. She's the tourism, yeah. This is a kind of a funny name. It's called Bakuti and Terra Beach Resort. And this is a fabulous resort on a gorgeous beach, small beach, not a lot of people. It's another one that's booked so far in advance. So anyways, this is for the Terra Suite, which is oceanfront. It's the best suite that they have. This is a romantic, intimate, and adults only. Now, it's not all inclusive though. But that's okay in Aruba because there's so much to see and do.
You don't want to be all-inclusive.
You don't necessarily. You can.
I mean, most people don't.
You can if you'd like to have that option where if you're sitting around the pool and just have your drinks included. But
you go off the advice of the experts.
Yes.
And we would say don't do the all-inclusive because it's safe, awesome food scene, and you want to go out and walk around and experience Aruba.
Yes.
Unlike Cancun or Dominican Republic.
Yeah, where your resort is beautiful where you're at. But it's best if you just stay within that.
But Aruba, you want to get out, and I mean, it's worth it and safe, and
Yes. So this is perfectly located between the capital of Oranjestad, I have a horrible time pronouncing that, as we know, and Palm Beach. And there's a casino next door. But
that's why you like this place.
Of restaurants and shopping. It's on Eagle Beach, which is uncrowded and spacious. It's not all inclusive, but your breakfast is included. Every single guest gets a cushioned sun chair. So it's like, because it's smaller, like you don't ever have to fight for a chair. There's one for everyone.
Can I just say, whether it's all-inclusives or cruises, you have to get up at 6 a.m. to go flip and grab a seat, and I hate that. Yes. So if you don't have to actually do that there, that alone makes it worth it.
Everybody
plus
gets
cushions.
Yes. Yeah. There's a romance concierge. So they have their own butler concierge department just for romance. Lots of romantic options, like beach dining, couples massages, an amazing spa. And you know what else I thought was cool about this? There's no resort fee, which is insane because any resort that's not all inclusive, you're still everybody has them and everybody hates paying them, but between $45 and $60 usually a night is what you're going to pay in a resort fee. And
those are like becoming common in the U.S. now. Like we know Vegas has had them for a while, but Florida's got them now all over.
Everybody has them, but they don't hear. They believe in the power of peaceful surroundings to help you relax and rejuvenate. So I think it is a very wonderful option. TripAdvisor has, it won the #1 best hotel in the Caribbean for 2023.
Wow.
It is the number 18th best hotel in the world through TripAdvisor. U.S. News and World Report gave it its gold award for the #1 in Aruba and top 15 in the Caribbean.
We should do that one for a feature Friday then.
Yeah.
Where has this resort been all this time? What is it, Bakuti?
Bakuti and Terra. And again, like I said, it books up quick. It's small. It's intimate. Not all inclusive, but on a gorgeous stretch of beach where it's just, if romance is your thing, this is it. And like I said, they do have wonderful restaurant options, bars, but you, with it not being included, you can use that to explore the amazing island of Aruba. Yeah.
I'm intrigued by this one, Chrissy. I think you've outdone yourself.
I know. I was kind of like cozying up to the Aruba lady yesterday. Like, I send a lot of people to Aruba. You got any fams coming up?
I'm going to get me some Bakuti.
I know. I need to get the Bakuti. Which I don't, it's just, like I said.
Is it expensive?
A little bit, yeah.
Since it's one of the top of the world.
Yes, it is a little bit expensive, but it's not going to be more expensive than an overwater bungalow anywhere. And it won't be as expensive because it's not all inclusive, but American breakfast every morning is included. So, I would really love to check this one out. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
Yeah, it's gorgeous.
Well, definitely an overachiever today, Chrissy.
I was. You gave me something to work on, and I outdid myself. Now,
before we move on, I do just want to have one little quick segment here because any of our trips can be made into have romantic experiences.
Yes.
Even like a family trip with your kids, there's still, and we like the word enhancement, there's still ways to elevate any of our trips to make it a little bit more romantic or insert a romantic experience that would help you experience a good life on vacation. So any of those little add-ons that you want to just say or anything that you've done for people that you think this is a nice way to make a regular trip even more romantic?
Well, I think, you have the options of a couples massage, which is lovely.
Those beach ones.
Sunset.
You see couples on the beaches? Oh, it always looks good.
Sunset boat rides or sunset tour on the water. I did see yesterday during the Aruba presentation, you can have a candlelit dinner with your feet in the water as you're eating. So like you're in the chairs and you're in the sand and your feet are bare and they're in the water.
Doesn't that make you have to go to the restroom?
I don't know.
I thought one of the
things look lovely, but yeah, so you could have that option too. And of course there's little add-ons that you can do regarding like foods and sparkling wine and champagne. And how about you on yours? You got?
Well, of course I got to start with the spa because couples. A lot of my couples do the couple spa treatments and they love it.
Yeah.
So I'd always recommend that. some cruise lines have specialty packages for that. So there's ones that if you want to renew your vows on board, or you want to add a little romance, like a bottle of champagne, a little perks, exclusive dinners, that kind of stuff. There's a lot of different options for that. And little perks like with the food, like you said. I love a good chocolate covered strawberry. So that's always a great surprise for people. Or, it's a little different because for both of us, in that our meals are included for most of our cruises and all-inclusives. But whether it's a specialty dining or a special restaurant out, I think is always a nice thing for a couple too.
We saw when we were at Sandals Montego Bay, a couple, so they have a pier, and then they had a candlelight dinner out on the pier, like on this, it rounded out, so it was like a level area. And there was a butler there, and they had the champagne on the in the ice bucket. And
did you go get a picture?
No. I know well, that's kind of creepy, but.
No, I think you could have done it.
I have it right here.
No, we need to see that. That'd be perfect for romance week.
It was sweet. So when you're looking out from your balcony, over the water, you could see them out on the pier.
You were eating a quesadilla in your room?
No, that was Punta Cana.
Okay.
I was much more well-behaved at Sandals. Which we're coming up on about a year for that quesadilla incident here. So.
Okay. Watch the previous episode of Travel Talk Tuesday for complete details on Chrissy's quesadilla. So, okay, these are wonderful things.
I think so, too.
And, Tamara's not here, but I know she would have countless trips for romance. Paris, of course, Italy, any of those places. She can help arrange those kinds of romantic trips as well.
Yep.
Good. Anything interesting? Any interesting bookings or anything in your niche?
I'm working on a trip for a multi-generational family right now, which seems like a nice, there are some really fun options in all-inclusive resorts with lots of things for kids to do. And, water parks, bowling alleys, trampoline parks, foam parties, balloon parks, all kinds of things that grandparents and parents and kids can do together. So I'm working on one of those right now.
Okay.
I think I mentioned my train trip last week. Yes, for sure, but yes,
very exciting.
Yes, another round trip journey from Vancouver through to Lake Louise. Just a wonderful, wonderful trip for these ladies. So yeah, just working on everything here and there.
And while we're here, I wanted to talk about it at the beginning, and I forgot. Anything interesting from yesterday's? You were just at a Caribbean road show.
I was.
You mentioned some of it through your talk today, but other stuff that was
the most interesting part to me was that in Antigua and Barbuda. Those two islands, and they showed them on a map. They're like the West Indies. It was a map, so I was struggling a bit. But
Chris is like, what's that?
It loops down. But direct flights from, I think they said Miami or Orlando. Lots of fun, great fun atmosphere, beautiful, beautiful views and properties and all-inclusives, not all-inclusives. And then you can take, like I said, a little short boat ride over to Barbuda, which is, I think is north of them a little bit. Where it's a lot more remote. But they have a couple nice places on that island as well you could stay at. But I think it would be a nice day trip to visit. The sand, I don't know if I was talking to you before or here, but it's pink.
Pink, yeah. You said.
So I don't know if that's from the coral or what, but they were a fun group and just a beautiful area that I am going to admit I was not very familiar with. But after seeing it, I'm really ready to kind of dive in and do the training for it.
Okay, so this is interesting. This is going to piggyback off of what I was going to talk about anyway. So I was ordering I went to the eye doctor yesterday.
Oh.
And ordered some new glasses. They're going to make these into sunglasses.
Oh, nice.
And then I'm going to get some new glasses. And lovely girls in there working. As I get older, I think these people look younger and younger. They look like they're 12, but they're obviously not. And they were talking about cruises and all-inclusives.
Really?
And I said, ladies, where have you been booking your stuff? And the one said, I looked around everywhere, and the cruise she did on her own, big mistake, and she even admitted that. And then she said this all-inclusive that she couldn't find the help she was looking for, so she went to another business that has 3 letters in its name, and she said it was just okay. And I said, listen, this is why you use us.
Yes.
I said, first off, you would love Chrissy and all-inclusives, because these girls were fun. I said, you would love her. And I said, she asked you what kind of vibe you want. You want a chill vibe, a party vibe, a well-rounded vibe?
They're so different. There's so many different options of what people are looking for. You really got to know that up
And
front.
you know this stuff. And you did the training yesterday. And this is why we go to these trainings, so that you can best match. I told the girl, I'm like, she was just at training to help people like you find the perfect resort at the best price.
Yes. Oh, well, maybe for future then.
Yes, and then we were talking about cruises. So this one girl that actually did my glasses, she said she just got out of a 4-year relationship, and she said, I need a cruise tomorrow. I said, yes, you do.
A solo cruise?
Well, she was asking for a solo cruise. I said, well, like a solo cruise, solo go by yourself empowerment, or like solo single mingle? And she said solo single mingle.
Oh my!
So
okay, well, good for her.
There might be an interest. There might be a niche for that, because there was definitely an interest in that.
That's funny. Well, good for her.
Great talking about cruises and all inclusives. You would have loved it. So maybe when I pick up my glasses, you should go with me, because they were fun girls, and it was all about those kinds of vacations.
Oh, that's what we do.
So
all right,
we go, so you know, and that's why Chrissy was at the training yesterday to better serve the clients. So bookings. I just did a big Alaska one. You know, Alaska ones, they do. We do a lot of Alaska. That's one of, for me, selling cruises, that's one of my largest percentages. Alaska. We do a lot of Alaska. Love Alaska. This was a couple that wanted to do. I think it's 5 days on the land before the cruise, which is a little bit more than we normally do. So we customed it that. A great deal. I'm very excited for them. They're very excited too. This is like one of their big bucket list trips, you know. And then I'm working with a lady who wants to do Hawaii, not our group one, but wants to do like an elaborate, a little bit more involved, more land beforehand. So we're looking at whether you do a cruise tour with the cruise line, or whether we do something separate, individualized, personalized, looking at that. Big places, Hawaii, which is another one of our big for cruises. Yeah. These are interesting places. We have tons of Caribbean, Mediterranean, but the Hawaii and Alaska are very unique cruise experiences. They're great ways to cruise and experience those areas. So, but I think we have a good resources to kind of help elevate those trips. So
that's awesome.
So that's all I have. Let me look at this thing. You got anything else, Christina?
No, I'm good. I'm all good.
I think that's everything. So we want to thank everyone for watching our special Romance Valentine's Day episode. If any of these romantic trips sound good to you, or if you have another trip vacation in mind, connect with us and we will help get you there.
Yes, we will.
So thank you everyone for watching. Have a great week.
Happy Valentine's Day.
Yeah, happy Valentine's Day.